Alright, so welcome back to part 2 of my paint pouring experience. And today, as promised, we're going to try an acrylic pour with oil paints. I've got everything I need, I believe, as well as some oil paints that I haven't even used and don't even really care about. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, so this time the process is still pretty much the same, just different ingredients. For this painting I chose black, orange, and red purple, using linseed oil to thin it down and try and get the right runny consistency, of which I had plenty of struggle and issues, especially with the orange, and had to cut quite a bit of this out, just to shorten everything down. Not to make it look like it was easy. Again, had plenty of issues. And at this time, I also was again still unaware of the 3 to 4 drops and mix lightly for the silicone, which somewhat makes me suspicious because a lot of the videos I've seen, they only had 1 drop of silicone, and it suggests 3 to 4. So I kind of feel like maybe they have it essentially watered down or something to make you use more of it, and then you have to buy more of it. But either way, as a starter kit, still not a bad deal either way. So still pretty pleased with the kit that we reviewed in part 1. I also wanted to go with a different pouring style, just to get a different effect, as well as the orange I felt was too thin to mix all in 1 cup like I did in part 1 as well. And spread it around there just because of coverage issues. And then we also tried to throw a design in there, but didn't work. And also just needed to kind of get some more coverage going on. Also cut some of this out playing with it a little bit because my big fat head got in there. Again, still feel like you need to torch earlier in the process, not later, like we do here, and as well as like I did in part 1. Hopefully we remember that in the future. As well as there, I just added more orange because I felt like the other colors kind of ate it up. And one last torching. Okay, so that actually turned out a lot better than I was expecting, and still pretty fun. As well as to answer the question, can you do it with oil paints? Well, yes, you can, but should you? Probably not. Not only is there going to be more mixing work involved, but it's going to drastically extend your drying times, as well as there's also the mess that you can potentially encounter, as well as not only all of that, there's the whole expense portion of it. Oil paints are going to be more expensive, and it's not going to spread as far as acrylic paints. So it's just not at all cost effective for what you'd be doing, and especially when you can get just as good of results, if not potentially better, with acrylics. So again, not at all worth it. It was definitely a fun experiment, but that's all it was meant to be, was just a fun little thing to try. We aren't trying to reinvent the wheel here, so to speak. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video and the little experiment, and hope you give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.